NXL stock is showing some strength in the regular session of today, the 21st of June 2024. The underlying trend of the stock is a bullish one. I think it is largely thanks to the rally that it saw from late March of this year up till early April, and it is from there that we saw this contraction that came to an end sometime. I would say it came to this contraction, the contraction of that volatility, that immense spike. It went from 0.37 and how much, almost reached $2.8. So the contraction thereafter culminated at as of the 11th of June, not very long ago, and we're now seeing the maybe the trend has continued. The bullish trend has ensued again, it seems, because we're actually looking at a high. We saw that its 20-day moving average was a primary supply line as of the 13th. That is 2 days after that bottom was printed, just slightly below its 200-day moving average. But we have now seen that when that 20-day moving average served as a primary supply line, meaning that it was at that point that when it got there, shares poured into the market and saw it retrace all the way down to 0.75. But we have seen it pivot again from that low, the low of 0.75. I think it was just in one session that it printed this. Okay, it was in two sessions that it printed this correction, if you like, and we've seen it now, spiking from those lows. This is a third. This is there to this third day of gains for NXL, and this one here took seven straight sessions to take it all the way to $2.87. So here on TradingView, we have it just slightly below. We have it below 2.05. It's currently trading at 1.87 now, a gain of 69%. The probability that it will get to this 2.42, we determined that as 5.7% or thereabout. But within 5.7%, look at it here, within 5.7, roughly 5.8%, a lot can happen. Can happen, and this stock has proved that it can sustain rallies, 7 straight sessions, and now it's now on a third one. Here. Let's see, this was just only one. This was just a huge one. Maybe that's why it got rejected at that 20 period moving average. So I think with only 5%, a lot could still happen. A lot could still happen with NXL. It's the pattern is it has played out here is fascinating. It begs you. It tends to suggest that we're going to see something like that happen again. This happened in early April, and maybe we're now coming to the end of June. Who knows? But that we're going to see it print towards $2.8. Let's see what we can find. I also know that they've tried to raise funds, $7 million or thereabout. And let's see what the float is of what the float is. The short interest is almost negligible, so there isn't really any skepticism towards the stock, or maybe they're not interested in the stock. Let's see. Let's find out what the float for NXL is, if it's anything to write home about. Okay, let's see down here. Let's see whether we can find anything on NXL. Well, the float is 6.02 million. Maybe that's why we have all those spikes. 6.02 million shares outstanding, 7.44 million. Maybe that could be why low float. Yeah, it could be the reason why. And I also mentioned that they are trying to raise funds, something like that. I saw it somewhere, I'm not exactly sure. 39 million shares have crossed the tape, which is above average. 40 million shares as of not recently. It was the 23rd of May that they tried to raise more funds. Maybe the shares have increased. 7 million. Maybe the float may have increased. Nexalin files for common stock offering up to $7 million. The float may have increased. Let's see. There isn't anything there. It's with, let's see. It isn't filings. It will be on news, but there isn't a lot of news articles there. There isn't a lot of news there. There isn't a lot. Just regain compliance as of April the 25th. So if you like as well, you can see more about the stock here. Yeah, like I mentioned, the underlying trend of the stock is a bullish one, it's still bullish regardless, sloping slightly upwards. You can see as of the last 5 days up 34%. Last 1 month 57.38%. Last 3 months 315.29%. Last 6 months 458%. All of these are just validating the fact that it has to be strongly bullish. The underlying trend has to be strongly bullish. It can be up 396.55% since the year to date. Okay, year to date is 396%. Okay, but since the last 1 year it is up 122.2%. So you don't need to see the chart to see that, to know that the stock is the underlying trend is a bullish one. The underlying trend is most certainly a bullish one. Yeah, because it's largely down, amongst other things. The 200 moving average is the basis of I guess the minimum basis for a long-term view. So, and obviously since the last 200 days, obviously you can see it's definitely very much in the positive. Yeah, so that's what we're looking at right now. You can see that this is the stock. It's began early this year, began to move up, and then the underlying trend reversed. We don't exactly know what they do, but we can find out here at the summary again. We can find out what the company does. I think it says something related to health or something like that. We might be able to find out. Let's see what the company does. Company overview, might see down here. Okay, yeah, is engaged in designing and developing neurostimulation products for the mental health epidemic. The company has developed an easy to administer medical device generation 1 or Gen 1 that utilizes bioelectronic medical technology to treat anxiety and insomnia without the need for drugs or psychotherapy. Its original Gen 1 devices are cranial electrotherapy stimulation devices that emit a waveform of 4 milliamps during treatment. It also has designed and developed a new advanced waveform technology to be emitted at 50 milliamps through new and improved medical devices referred to as Gen 2. Okay, yeah. So you get what they do now. Yeah. So this is its daily chart on TradingView. Next upper projection is at 2.05. It's this 2.42 that we determined is that has a probability of 5.7% of data printing. But over the last 3 years, that the stock has actually printed higher prices. So let's look at its 4-hour chart and see whether we have more ambitious projections there. Okay, we don't have any because the stock is trading way above, trading at a premium to all of its Fibonacci projections. So the Fibonacci projections are more of supports. Okay, so we have an upper projection here. We'll have an upper projection of Let's get it here. It's 2.44, so something close to what we have on that daily chart. Let's look at a 1 hour chart. Let's see what we have. 1 hour chart. Do we have our upper projections? We have one. It's almost got there. 2.14. Let's see for the 5 minutes. For the 5-minute chart. Do we have anything? We don't have. We have 2.14. It actually did surpass that projection. How far do we need to go? Let's look at the 5-minute chart. Yes, we have the most upper projection 2.78, and below that we have 2.67. Yeah, for a low float stock, well, relatively slow, I would say. Yeah, because that's what we know. So, it has the projections are not ambitious at all, not ambitious. Okay, 2.15 on the 1-minute chart. Let's look at a 1-week chart. Let's see. There are no projections here. I don't think so. Yeah, there are no projections. So yeah, it's just consolidating. I think this huge bubble here. This bubble, the stock wasn't. It didn't rally in the pre-market session. Yesterday it rallied in the pre-market session, but I don't really think it did in this today's pre-market session, and just spiked a few hours into this regular session, and we're seeing that it's trying to contract this bubble, and we might see another one. We might see another spike. Might see another spike on the stock. Who knows whether we're going to see anything? But let's just keep watching and see what's going to happen with NXL. The gain is now 71.88%. Yeah, this was in the pre-market session. So this is a few hours after the market opened. It wasn't in the pre-market session. Nothing happened there. See that nothing happened in the pre-market session. Okay, yeah. Well, when the market opened, okay, yeah, in the pre-market, yes, it did. This is the pre-market, or rather, this is not a pre-market. It was just moving sideways. I want to believe, not a spike. But when the market opened, it's inched up slightly, and after a few hours of consolidating this spike, this bubble here. It wasn't up to an hour. It wasn't up to an hour, was it? Yeah, okay, you could say maybe up to an hour there, but they're roughly an hour there, but it spiked up again. So now we saw this this bubble printed about okay, so we're getting to, it's over an hour now, so nothing else has happened. Nothing significant has happened again. So it reached the highs of around 2.72. So yeah, NXL showing a lot of strength. There isn't really any news out there. I don't think we have any news. There isn't really any news as such. Yeah. So have a look and see what you make of NXL stock, and I will definitely continue to update you. Thank you very much for watching this video.